Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Darren. Hope you're all safe and well, having a good stitchy week. So today we're going to do a stitch with me on Tiger Family of the Jungle, so I can try and get rid of some of this rat's nest up here. I don't know how long this stitch with me is going to last, because Tiger's just about to turn them. This is going to be a very short piece. So let's get into it, shall we? And here's Tiger. Tiger won't last long. What? Just sit there. No, you're not gonna. Well, just sit there. So, yeah. You're making this very awkward cat. Well, we've got one stitch done. How many more I'm going to get done? But yeah, I thought, well, the thing is, I generally seem to get a fair bit of stitching done on Stitch with Me. If I do this one, I might be able to get this things done. Well, looks like we're having a 5-minute break. Back in a minute. Okay, it's finally moved. So it moved to the side of me now. So I was hoping to get a light in this morning, since I've been working 6 days. I worked 6 days last week, but no, the cats had other plans. The cats and the birds, I should say. The cats started at 4:15. I thought I was in the wrong spot then. Anyway, 4:15 they started. It's always Tiger and Ginge, always attacking each other. So they started at 4:15. And then I had a crow knocking on the window. So, for some reason, for the last, it'll be 3 days now, got one crow that keeps coming and attacking the hell out the windows. So it attacks the bedroom one, which is the one nearest to where I sit, and then he'll go around to the side of the house and attack two of the bedroom windows around there. So yeah, he attacks the heck out of them. And he's like, what the heck is he doing? So anyway, I had to look up online. And apparently he can see his own reflection all summer. And his crows are quite territorial during breeding season. But I didn't realise it was breeding season. But apparently it must be. And because the windows in this house are tinted, apparently they're the worst ones for it. So yeah, so this crow spends ages attacking the hell out of the windows. Luckily he's not damaged the windows at all. So I've been trying to look online to see how I can deter him. I haven't had much luck yet finding anything. So I can put like spinners of some kind on there, reflective spinners, but that deters all birds. I wanted to detect all, I don't want it to deter all the birds. I just wanted to stop the crows from attacking the windows. So the other thing I could do is probably put some like decal stickers on there. I know that stops him. And yeah, it's a pain in the butt. So if anybody else knows of any way to stop crows from attacking your windows, do let me know. I've done them once. So yeah, so funny games with the birds. Work stuff is going. It's getting stupid. because it's coming to the end of the financial year, no one knows whether they're coming or going. It's getting absolutely crazy. So we've got one lad at work, and he's slow as anything. Well, I can't say lad, he's older than me. He used to be pretty quick, and then he decided he's not going to be quick no more, and he takes absolutely forever to do a pack. So the packs he's doing at the moment, it shouldn't take more than maybe an hour-ish to do a pack. It takes him like 4. He's proper taking the proverbial. So he did 8 packs between Thursday and Friday, and then he was in yesterday. Now the main boss doesn't want him in because he's too slow, but he was in yesterday because the boss who does all the hiring and firing asked him to ask people for wanted to come in. And yesterday he must have done about 8 packs altogether yesterday, and it wasn't even a full day. And it's like, okay. So it takes you 2 days to do 8 packs normally, and you don't just kicked out 8 packs straight away on overtime. No, we're not going to be in as long. So it shows he can work fast still, but he just chooses not to. So yeah, like I say, nothing really exciting going on at work, except for the fact Shane falling out of the truck. So, yeah, like I say, he landed wrong as he fell. So that's the reason a lot of things he's torn his ligaments in his ankle. His foot's all swollen and purple. He also managed to scrape his butt. Doesn't know how. He's landed on something, and where he's landed on is torn straight through his. Because it was cold, he had his tracksuit bottoms on, and he had a pair of shorts on and that, and it's torn straight through everything, all the way down to his butt cheek. So he's got a nice gash on there. So the manager has had to dress that for him. So, yeah, like I say, he doesn't normally injure himself at work. As someone mentioned, it's normally me. But yeah, he managed it this time. I didn't see him fall off. I thought to him, if I'd seen him fall off, I would have been laughing. But I didn't see him fall off the truck. I was sorting something out, so I didn't see him fall off the truck. But the lad who I work with, he was just turning up for work, and he saw him. So once he'd put his scooter in the other way, he'd come out laughing his head off and, "Are you alright?" And like I say, to start with, Shane wasn't too bad. His foot was a bit sore, but that was about it. And then, as the day went on, he got worse and worse. So he had to take a load out. Missed. There's only got 1 stitch on this one. Oh no, there's more down there. So yeah, so he had to take a load out. So he took a load out to wherever he was going. He wasn't gone too long. And then he come back, he says, "I can't drive the truck." He says, "It's too painful." Well, apparently the accelerator and the brake in the truck is a lot heavier than what it is in the car. So I was talking to the manageress, and it was break time. So we were having the compressor serviced. So we had an early break. Cleaned up for half an hour, then had a break. So it was nearly a break than normal. And she come out, she said, "Do you want Darren to take you to the..." No, she said, "I suggest you get Darren to take you to the medical centre." And so I had to take him to the medical centre. So I got there, and was like, I don't know how quickly I can get you in. She says, it might be an hour's wait. She says, because all the doctors are having a meeting at 1 o'clock. So it was... That's maybe about 12:30 when we got there. She says, all the doctors are having an urgent meeting at 1 o'clock. She says, I don't know when I'll be able to get you in. She says, I'll see if I can get you in before they go into this meeting. She says, but if not, she says, it's going to be about an hour's wait. So I was like, I'll leave you here, then I'll go back to work. Just give me a ring when you've seen the doctor. So yeah, so he rang me up after he'd seen the doctor. I picked him up. He says, I'm not allowed to put any weight on it. He says, at least until Tuesday. He says, I've got to get some crutches. He says, apparently you can rent them from the chemist, which is underneath the medical centre. I was like, right. So we got down there. She says, we don't rent crutches out. She says, we sell them. I said, but we don't rent them out. So we had to buy a pair of crutches. Luckily, because he's going through work cover, he gets his money back for them. So the woman in the chemist was telling him how to use the crutches, because he's never used crutches before. And he's got the ones that go under your arms. She said they're better. So he was using them, and he couldn't get the hang of it. And we're walking back to the car, and then she come out. She says, been watching you. She says, stop taking too big a strides. She says, you're trying to go too big. She says, just do small steps. She says, until you get used to them. I was like, oh, okay. So yeah. And then he wouldn't, we got back to work, and he wouldn't use the crutches to go into work. He walked carrying the crutches. And then he was walking around everywhere. So you meant to be off that and use your crutches. No, everyone will be watching me. I said, no, they won't. I said, they're not bothered about seeing someone walking around with crutches, because it means that they just hurt themselves. Anyway, we went shopping the other day, and he actually used his crutches. When did we go? I went shopping Friday. Thursday. Oh, one of them. So he actually used his crutches. And a woman in the shop actually stopped him and asked him what he's done, because she actually deals with... where she works, she deals with people who've done injuries to their ankles and stuff like that. And she's going to make sure you keep using your crutches, she says, because it helps the healing of it. But he's been using them, sort of. Keeps hobbling around everywhere. It's like, use your crutches. No, I'm not going to the toilet. Don't matter, use your crutches. So yeah, so the only good thing about Shane being off now, because he's signed off work till he sees the doctor again on Tuesday, is the main boss has to take the trucks out, which is great, because it means he's not working with me. Although I had to work with him yesterday. So I'm a kind person. I'm the lad who's normally on the splitting saw. It's not very often he gets a chance to go onto a normal saw, so he's not done that for a while. And a couple of times throughout the week he said, I'd love to go on a normal saw and just do easy work for a change. So when we got asked about working yesterday, the boss who sorts out everything, he says, yes, he says, I want 2 on the normal saws, and I want 2 doing the splitting saw. So I was like, look, I said, I'll be kind. I said, I'll let you go into the normal saw. I says, I'll do the splitting saw with the boss. He was like, you sure? I was like, yeah. He said, you keep moaning you want to change. So that was a big mistake. So we were both on the splitting saw to start with until the boss turned up. And then he went on to the normal saw. And I said to the boss, I says, look, I says, what we're doing, I says, it's not that hard. I says, well, the boss makes it look hard. I said, but it's not that hard. I says, so I'll do the stacking, you just do the feeding. The boss says, I ain't going to argue with that. I said, I didn't think you would, so now. Well, all the packs we seem to be doing were heavy. I don't know why, but a lot of the wood that's just recently come in is really heavy wood. It's not normally heavy. Oh, I knew about it by the end of the day. My arm was killing. So he was just laughing at me. He's like, "You enjoying yourself?" "I am, are you?" "Yeah, I'm loving it." "I thought you would be." Why have I parked there? Oh, that's right, because I couldn't get any further up. I say, why have I parked this one here? I've done half a stitch already on it. I'm going from here. Up here somewhere. Yeah. So yes, I'm at the specialist a week tomorrow. Can't wait. See what he says about my elbow. See what I can do. Sometimes it's not too bad. You just get that little ache every now and then, but the last couple of days with the wood that the boss has got in, because it weighs a ton, it's killing my arm. So I had to do battens, the thing that did my arm in the first place. And so that wood sometimes is, you like get the odd one or two that may be a little bit heavy, but the rest of it is normally manageable. Yeah, these ones, oh geez, they were really heavy. And we actually weighed the pack. So, might as well answer this as well. Somebody asked what the packs are for. So, the ones that we were doing, the battens, they're for when you're doing like roofing and stuff like that, and you put like a lining down. I think that's what they're for anyway. So it like holds the lining down, and then they like nail onto it. And we also do wood for pallets, fencing, some building stuff. Not a lot of building stuff. But yeah, it's mainly fencing and pallets at the moment. It used to be like bed slats and stuff like that as well, but they stopped doing that because it was too much trouble. Let's do this one. This is 2 stitches. So, I forgot what I was saying now. Oh yeah, about the battens. Anyway, we finished a pack of battens. Now, there's only 180 pieces in these packs. So they're not very big. They look big, but they're not. And they're in packs of, so bundles of 6. If I can throw my needle. So they're in bundles of 6, that's all. So you get, what is it, 5, 10, 30 packs. 30 packs of 6 in each pack of battens. And the wood that they got in was absolutely heavy as anything. Even the lad who's normally on there, he says he's never had the wood that heavy for doing them. And we weighed a pack after we'd finished, so 180 pieces, and it weighed almost 2 ton. And it's like, that's ridiculous. So we worked it out that nearly every pack of 6 that we do, so they only end up about that thick. They're not very big. Yeah, so for each pack that we done was just over 50 kilos each. No wonder why it's bleeding heavy. It was ridiculous. And so why has he bought all this heavy wood? So yeah, I'm gonna say the other lad doesn't normally moan, and he come in after one day of doing them, and he says, "My arms were killing me last night." He says, "I couldn't even hold my phone up." He says, "So I went to bed." I said, "How do you think I feel?" I says, "I've got stuffed arms as well." I says, "But," I said, "my arms were definitely sore." So yeah, so we were glad when we finished doing those. I'm saying the ones we're doing now, they're only 4 meters long, just a bit shorter than the batten ones. And the boss decided ages ago that only needs 2 people to work on these ones, whereas normally, like, even if there's 2 people, one will put it through this machine and then walk around it and then help stack it out. And the boss decided ages ago that you don't need to do that. One person can stack them easily themselves. So that's what we've been doing. And yeah, I put one of these in the wrong spot. Damn it. So yeah, so that's what we've been doing. It's like, nah, need 2 people doing these. They're both look like the same colour. No, it's not. One's green, one's not. Oops. Which one's the green one? That one. So I need to do this one first so I can put that in the right spot and then do the other one. I'm just trying to sort them out with regards to this shadow on here. I never used to have this shadow. I don't know why I've got a shadow on here all of a sudden. Right, that should be one across. Not there. That should be there. You're going to be in the way. Getting out of the way. Already done that stitch. No, I'm in the wrong spot. That's right. So yeah, so all fun and games at work. Alright, so I could do the cat's doing something. Couldn't see what they're doing. Possibly Kitty on the windowsill trying to wait for the crow to come back. Nope, they're in the cupboard. So if you hear a bang in a minute, that's Kitty in the cupboard. And she'll be knocking out all my cross stitches. Best way to go. I'm assuming she's Kitty in the cupboard. She's meowing at someone, so there's a bird there. I'm guessing. I'm just listening to see if I can hear any banging. So I can go out and scare the crow off again. Shane was trying to scare the crow off yesterday, but it obviously went quick enough. I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to see what's going off here. Okay, we're back in. There's a butcher bird trying to get my attention. He wanted some food. So Kitty was trying to get to him. Here. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, as I mentioned in my update, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the cars that stitch with me. I've had a fair few messages come through saying that they enjoy my stitch with me's and everything, but I say for some reason the numbers have gone right down. I used to get over 1,000 people watching them, and now I'm down to like 400. My last one, I think, has only just reached 400. Well, sometimes they're take a bit longer to get going with the stitch with me because it's longer and they've got everybody else's videos and stuff like that to watch, but yeah, they're not as popular as they used to be. So I'm just still deciding on what I'm going to do. I'll continue for a little bit longer. Kid's lost it. So yeah, I might continue on for a little bit longer and see how we go. I really need to start replying to you guys on videos. I think that'll be my challenge. To get people answered. Right, so that's that one. Back up to sort this one out, which is in the wrong spot. Right there. Mum's doing okay. Not much gone off there this week. She's had a new lino put down in the kitchen. Because someone managed to rip the other lino. So my brother doesn't know if it was the, as I mentioned, we have someone who comes once a year to stay. So he doesn't know if it was her who's done it, or if it's one of the carers, or what. But someone managed to rip the lino somewhere. So he's put some new lino down. So it actually looks alright actually. It's a light grey lino. Whereas before it was like a wood effect lino. This one's a light grey one. I think it's still like a wood effect, but it looks a lot better. Definitely brightens the kitchen. So he's going to put it, I think he's putting it in the hallway as well, I think that's what he said. And Mum said he's going to put it in the conservatory as well. I was like, okay then. So in the conservatory, my Mum's got, I don't know if she's got lino down in there as well, or if it's wooden floor, I can't remember. And Mum's got a couple of new carers, so some of them she doesn't mind. There's one that's turned up. She's not very old. She's only a youngish one. But she's really nice. I like her. That's all right then. Don't play her up. If you can hear it noise, it's Kitty playing with the blind in the bedroom. By the sounds of it. she's not. She's playing with string and it's hit the bedside cabinet. From the sound of it, anyway. She's in one of those moods. Tiger was in one of those moods yesterday. He was flying around everywhere. Just he was going to bed. I was going mental. It's the cold weather, he does it to him. We've warmed up a little bit. Temperatures are not as cold. Still feels cold, but they're not as cold. That time temperatures back in the double figures. Only up until Tuesday, and then we go into the real cold part. Apparently next month it's our normal coldest of the year, so that's going to be fun. She's definitely lost it. I forgot to press record then. I haven't, I've pressed it, sorry. This rat's nest doesn't look like it's going down at all. 1, 2, we're in the last like 3 blocks, so we're getting there slowly. I'd say a lot of the ones that were down here were all like 1s and 2s. Hopefully these ones will be a bit more. I watched that Minecraft movie the other day. What the hell rubbish that was. I thought it might be funny. The parts that it shows on TV looks funny. But yeah, it wasn't as funny as I thought it would be. It's kind of pretty boring. I'll not be watching that one again. Well, it's only based for kids, but you know adults are going to watch kids' programs, films. But yeah, it wasn't as good as I thought it was, how they made it out to be. It's a bit of a letdown, really, but never mind. So I've started out work. Get my teeth in. I've started sorting out my numbers for my whip parade. I've actually worked on more temperature stitches than I thought I had. I've worked on a fair few. That was alright. And I thought I'd only maybe finished like 4 or 5. Well, I seem to have finished a fair few. Then all I've got to do now is work out my numbers for all my other projects. And see how we've gone there. I don't think I've got enough to get over to this one. I'll need to put one of these stitches right there. Have I got enough? Ooh, just. Literally, just. If you're wondering why I keep swapping needles, the ball tip needle, I can't end it underneath. I keep trying, but half of the time I can't do it, so I have to change it to a normal pointy one. Plus I can't do pin stitches with a ball tip needle. Right, that's that one. Next. Come here. I'll throw my needle. That one there, and it actually needs to be. I've got one stitch over here to do, so I'm going to move it. I don't know why I put it there, not here, but never mind. And then we'll go back over here. Make sure we're still in view. Oh, so I mentioned before that Shane's mum's got a fish tank because everybody else has got fish tanks, so she wanted one. Well, now she wanted a Siamese fighting fish because everybody else has got Siamese fighting fish. So because we changed ours into a bigger tank, she asked Shane for the smaller tank that Miles was in originally, which is a proper Siamese fighting tank. So she wanted that, and she's been out and bought a Siamese fighter. So she got that yesterday. tell her we've got a shark or something and see if she wants to buy a shark as well. They used to have fish years and years ago. When I first met Shane, they used to have goldfish. But Shane's dad got fed up of cleaning them out all the time, and it was in the way because it was a biggish tank. So they got rid of them. And they said they weren't bothered about having fish anymore. But because everyone's been getting these tropical fish, Shane's mum now decided she wanted fish. So they've not had fish for about 15 years. And she's got a smallish tank as well with some other fish in it. Some of them were the guppies that we gave them. And one of them ended up pregnant, so we ended up with that. So we've now got extra fish in our tank. And then she's got some mollies. I think she's got 3 mollies or something like that. And one of them's now pregnant. But she's going to have plenty of babies. She was hoping she was going to get all males. Clearly she didn't. One more of this colour here. Yep, good enough. At the moment, Shane's mum and dad's looking after 2 dogs. Their friends' dogs. Well, they've gone away. And one's a puppy. And one's an older dog. And the puppy always keeps wanting to play with the older dog, and the older dog don't want to play. So it keeps going for the pup. So this will be it was the 2nd or 3rd time this year that I've looked after them because they've gone away. And Shane starts to turn around and said, "This is the last time we're looking after him." She says, "We're not looking after him no more." I said, "I don't know why they've waited to look after him anyway." I said, "Because obviously they can afford to go away 3 times so far this year. We're only in June. They can afford to put the dogs in a kennel." Yeah, and that means I'm having to get the kennel cough jabs and stuff like that, but they're not short of a bob or two, so I'm sure they can afford to put them in a kennel, and then nobody has to worry about them. So yeah, look, Shane's dad said he's not looking after him no more. Because they chase their cat, well, I think it's the older dog, chases the cat. So they had to get a baby gate to stop the dog from running up the hallway to chase the cat. So the cat's got somewhere to go. And so then the puppy's a bit boisterous, which all pups are. So I'm saying mum and dad are not spring chickens anymore. So Shane's dad's in his 70s, his mum's almost 67, so I don't know what kind of dogs they are. One's a crossbreed poodle and something else, I think. I think it's a cavoodle, I think. Is it a cavoodle? Cavalier? King Charles Spaniel? Crossbreed poodle? I think that's what it is. I don't know what the other one is. But I was looking after them, they then have to go to the friend's house to feed the cats. You're looking for somewhere to hide, kitty. You can't go into the cover, Tiger's there. You can't go into the one because Ginger's there. sure falls away in some way. I'm out of view there, sorry. Magpie's here. There goes Kitty. Say hello to the magpie. Well, the magpie sounds like R2-D2 from Star Wars when he goes off. It's quite funny. That's it for this one. Okay. This bed's all coming together alright. Just the background now. Mind you, once I've got all these park threads put in, I'll be able to get onto the background. Because that'll all be the green, these colours. Makes it more fun. Not. Mind you, at least I know there'll be bulk stitching. Not just ones and twos. Where are we next? Give me a minute, I think the crow's back. Won't be a second. Okay, it wasn't the crow, it was Kitty. Banging on the shelving thing outside. Banging on that. I'm gonna roll around. This was dropped. One, two. One, two. So yeah, I thought the magpie was back, but it wasn't. Get it in the right spot helps. So we'll do this as the last colour. It's already about 50 odd minutes this video, I think. It was a bit different. I'll zoomed out. Got loads of washing and that to do, housework. I'm a busy day today. Yeah, there's housework to do, and then work on this as well, because it's my Sunday project. So, as I say, hopefully, I'll get all these threads stitched in. It's my aim for today, to try and get these done. And then I've got to edit and upload the video, ready for Wednesday. But yeah, busy day ahead. And then look after the invalid. So he's at as I said, he's at the doctor's on Tuesday, and then he's got his ultrasound on Wednesday. So he's probably gonna. He said yesterday he's probably gonna stop at his mum and dad's on Tuesday. So he's gonna have to come all the way back here to go all the way back down there again. I can't remember what time his ultrasound is. I think it's something like. Well, his doctor's appointment is at 11:30, I think. And I think his ultrasound is at 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock. I think that's what it is. And when I took him through his X-ray as well, he got there. They said, yeah. He says it'd be about 20-minute wait. So I was like, yeah, no worries. 50 minutes later, he came out. There seemed to be a lot of people coming out before him. I was like, well, when did they go in? I never saw them go in. There were loads coming out. So they must have been really busy. But yeah, it was in there about 50 minutes. I thought it got lost. Actually, it's good to have an X-ray to see if he's chipped his bone or not as well. Because apparently if you tear your ligaments, apparently, some of this, it can actually chip part of your bone as well. Depending on how you've damaged the ligament. So yeah, so that's why he had to have an X-ray, just to make sure he's not broken his foot or chipped his bone or whatever. And then apparently he might have to have, well, depending where he's done, he might have to have physio. So, who knows how long he's going to be off work. He wasn't going to go through work insurance. He was just going to use his sick pay, because he's got like 12 weeks of sick pay or something like that. Anyway, when I took him to the doctors, they said, are you going through work cover? He says, or not. And he's like, I don't know. I said, well, if you're not, he says, I've got to charge you. Full price for you, seeing the doctor and that. I was like, no, you can go through work cover. I don't know how much they charge, because I'm going to say it depends which doctors you go to nowadays as to how much they want to charge you. Well, some of them do it through Medicare, which is bulk billed, so you don't pay anything, and some of them charge you. So obviously they said they'd have to charge, so I don't know how much that would be. So I was like, no, go through work insurance, you did it at work, so it comes under work cover. Which is a good job since we had to pay for the crutches, so they will give him the money back for the crutches. Right, so we'll end that there. So we've got a few of the strands done. I think as much stitching as I thought. Mind you, it doesn't help when you're having to keep threading and unthreading needles. Never mind. So we got a total of 144 stitches. Not many, but it's 144 less. So now we've only got 2 blocks. You know, 2 blocks of 1 strand of rat's nest to go. So yeah, I'm pretty confident I can get that done this week. I'm hoping. I'm so hoping. So that's it from me then, guys. So again, if you've got any questions or comments, then please feel free to drop those down below. You can email me. Email address, as always, is dizzystitcher@gmail.com, or I am on Instagram @dizzystitcher. You can message me on there. So that's it from me then, guys. So until next time, we'll see how this video goes. I'll do another stitch with me hopefully next week, till the end of the month. And we'll see how those go, and then we'll see if we're going to continue. I know a lot of people have messaged already saying that they like my stitch with me, so we'll see. We'll see how we go. So that's it from me then, guys. So again, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, take care, happy stitching, bye bye for now.